Hey stamping friends, it's Sherry Parker coming to you from Mason, Ohio on Wednesday, September 19th. It's hard to believe, actually the 18th. I'm a day ahead of myself, but thank you for joining me tonight. I do appreciate you. I know you've got lots going on in your life and I do appreciate you being here. One great piece of news is that today is free shipping from Stampin' Up! On orders of $75 or more. It was kind of a pop-up sale that they announced and it's just today, so I would go ahead if there's anything that you want and you want to take advantage of that free shipping, try to get your order in before midnight and take advantage of that. So you can go to my website at sherrythomas.stampinup.net and you can find all sorts of fun stuff there. There is a new scrapbooking catalog that you can actually just type in and look in the links on the order page and you can find all kinds of new products. And I'm going to show you something tonight from one of those new scrapbooking products. So super cool. Also wanted to mention again that Stamp Camp is on October 19th. Susie Brunk and I hold an annual holiday Christmas card Stamp Camp. And I'd love it if you could join. We have two sessions, 8:30 to 11:30 or 12:30 to 3:30. So it's $50 for 20 cards. If you want envelopes, it's an additional $5. So it'd be $55. And just contact me if you're interested and need more information and I will be happy to give that to you. And last announcement is National Card Making Day is on October 5th. So I posted in my Facebook page the link. You have to register. It's through Stampin' Up! It's a free event. It's virtual and it'll be a lot of fun. And I hope you can join Stampin' Up! And learn lots of fun, cool things. So wanted to make that announcement as well. So tonight I'm going to show you a fun little idea, project idea. It's not new. It's something actually that I have done years and years ago. It's a little fold-up scrapbook. Hey there, Kathy Pop, how are you? So some of you, this might be familiar, but some of you may not be. So I wanted to bring this one back. Sometimes it's fun to resurrect old ideas and use new papers and products and make them new again. So I'm going to turn my camera over and I will show you. All right. So tonight, I know it's September, we're getting into fall, but I'm hanging on to summer as long as I can. So I will be using the zinnia paper for this project tonight because I have a feeling in the coming weeks it'll be all fall and holidays. So I wanted to do one last hurrah with my bright and cheery summer flowers. So here we go. We're gonna make a scrapbook. Earlier today I did post some pictures. What inspired this was my boss retired this week and just wanted to create something little, a little scrapbook and a place for people to write something if they wanted. So that kind of got me in this scrapbook mode. I haven't really kept up with scrapbooking since my kids graduated from high school, but it is a lot of fun to create something like this for a special event or, you know, my boss retiring or a birthday, anything like that. It's a lot of fun. So this is what it looks like. This is a about 4x4 little album. And thanks, Kathy. Yes, it is still summer. Thank you. I appreciate that. So all that you do is you just open it up like that. And you can decorate this any way you want. I kept mine very, very simple. You'll notice there's not even any stamping in it. It's all paper. And it folds up. It's kind of a cool little fold, and I will show you how to do that tonight. So I'm gonna just tie the bow in the front. So I have all the supplies listed here. I thought I would just kind of keep this handy in case this is something you'd like to try. These are all the measurements and supplies that you will need. And I'll just kind of keep it right there for you. So you're going to need 3 sheets of cardstock. And I've cut these down, so it's 8.5 by 8.5. I've gone ahead and cut those down. And then you will need 6 squares of designer series paper of your choice. I've got the beautiful zinnia paper, which I love. You'll need 2 pieces of 6 by 6 designer series paper, and this is for the cover and the back cover. You'll need a little piece of ribbon. You'll also need some solid cardstock in the middle. I had just like white squares in the middle of mine. You could pick any color you wanted. And then you'll also need 2 pieces of chipboard. All of our all of our designer series paper comes with a little piece of chipboard in the back, and that prevents it from bending. So I hang on to those and I use them for different projects such as this, where it'll be just a little bit sturdier for your cover. So you'll cut 2 of those. And I have the dimensions here on this piece of paper as well. So to get started with your 8.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, or cardstock there, you're going to score it a few ways. So half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. So we will score it at 4 1/4 here. Use your scoring blade. And then I'm gonna rotate it. Do the same thing on this side. And then last, I will score on the diagonal. So it's really easy with this paper trimmer because you can see like exactly where the blade's gonna hit it. So I'll just go right down the middle. So I've scored it 3 times. And what you'll wanna do next is go ahead and fold on all of your pieces. Okay, so we'll do our horizontal and vertical, and then our diagonal. So we'll just go ahead and get everything scored, and then we'll assemble the album. Now I will tell you, I liked math a lot growing up, but geometry was always a little bit abstract for me. So I will have to tell you, when I'm folding these up to make the album, it always trips me up a little bit. So don't be surprised if I'm fumbling my way, but I will show you. Okay, so what I've done is I've scored everything and folded it just to kind of get the paper so that it'll be a little bit more pliable. And then the next thing you're gonna wanna do is line up your pages. So we'll make them so the diagonal's going up and down. And you're just going to set them in a row, and we're going to attach them. So as long as you attached a square that does not have a score line in it, we'll just attach those to these other 2 pieces here. So you can use the adhesive of your choice. I have Stampin' Seal here. That works pretty well. I messed that up on got a little bit of extra adhesive there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this piece. So these are all attached. And this is our little scrapbook. Okay, now the fun part, folding it up. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to tuck the first little flaps in, okay? And then the next group, you're going to push those so they're out, okay? And then the last ones will go, and I'll show you again because I know the camera's kind of close and it's probably hard to see. But, so basically, you have your pieces like that. You'll start at one end, you'll fold them in, pull those out, and the last ones you fold in, okay? So then, you pull it apart, it's like that. Okay, so next step, so you've got your base of your little scrapbook. The next fun part is decorating it. So I went ahead and I got it started so that you didn't have to sit here and watch me do all this. But so the next fun part is you'll take your 4x4 squares of designer series paper and you're going to trim them on the diagonal. Similar to what I just showed you with the cardstock, you'll do the same thing for your squares, and you'll do it for all 6 of them. So I'm putting it the diagonal and the diagonal with a point, and you'll cut it, okay? And we'll use both sides of that pretty paper, so you don't have to pick a side. And then I've also gone ahead, I put some tear tape down. Most likely I would use my Stampin' Seal, but because I was trying to get this prepared ahead of time so you didn't have to see me doing all this taping, I use tear tape. So the nice thing is you can put the adhesive down and then just peel it up when you're ready to stick it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one of my triangles here and then the second one here. Sorry, the table's probably bouncing a little bit. Like that. We'll do the same thing on this side here. I've got a couple other triangles that I didn't put down yet, so we'll pull up the adhesive pieces there. And same up here. I'd be curious to know if anyone has made these before. I went through a phase when I made these probably 15, I would say 15 years ago. It's been a while. And then last but not least, on the squares here, I'm actually just putting white pieces. So you can put pictures there. You could have a place to write. If you look at the one I posted earlier, you'll see that I had photos here, and then I had little squares where people could write a greeting to my boss. So that was kind of fun. So now we've decorated the inside. We'll go ahead and fold it up like we did the other one, okay? So it's ready to go. And the next step is to make our cover. So I told you about the chipboard. So this piece of chipboard is slightly larger than 4x4. So I made it 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to put some adhesive down on here. You can use Stampin' Seal. You can use whatever your preferred adhesive is. And I'm going to simply put this, tape it to my designer series paper. I want this to be my cover. So kind of think of it like wrapping a present. I'll go ahead and use tear tape so I can show you how to put this together. This chipboard really is nice for this kind, making little scrapbooks and things. Of course, then sometimes you start accumulating things and have more chipboard than you know what to do with. All right, just peeling off my little tear tape pieces here. This is a really nice strong adhesive, so I would recommend something like this because this will not go anywhere. So I'm gonna simply fold in 2 of the edges, and then on the alternate edges, I'm gonna pinch it in and fold it down, kind of like you're wrapping a present. Do the same thing here. No thumbs, but just gonna fold it in like that. And that is our cover. And then we'll put our book together. I already went ahead and put the back cover together, as well as put the tear tape on it. So this will be the back of our book. And again, I like the tear tape because it is very strong and it will hold this nicely. You can also use, 3M double-sided tape. That works. And I've got a piece of ribbon here. This is about 24 inches. And I'm going to, before I put the book together, I will put my piece of ribbon down, and then it'll be secured. So when I put the book on top, it'll wrap, the little ribbon will wrap around. So there's our back cover with the ribbon. And then we'll finish off and put our front cover on. We'll do the same process. Thanks for your patience, because I'm sure watching some of these tear tape is very exciting. But I want to make sure that it stays together. All right, so the secret with the tear tape, of course, is to push the plastic down, and so it gets a nice, good seal, and then it should peel off pretty quickly and easily. Last one. All right, then we'll put our book together. So we've got everything pretty well set, and we'll put the top cover on like that. There's our book, and we'll tie it with a bow. Voila. So you can see I didn't even put anything on this. I think it's really pretty. The paper itself is so pretty. So it's all done. But I did want to show you a couple others that I made, because I think these, depending on what paper you use, they can really be good for any type of occasion. So the first one I'll show you is made from the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And I just used the paper, but then I did put some embellishments on the top. I've got Misty Moonlight ribbon, and then I have some glimmer paper and some foil and just some different accents, die cuts to give the cover a little bit of character. And then when you open up this one, it's very similar to what I just did, where I had white, and then I used some of the pattern paper on the other pages. So, and then lastly, I will show you, this is a little sneaky peek of some of our new scrapbook paper. It's really cute paper. I love this. It's called Halloween Spells, and it has some really cute prints. So on one side, you know, you've got like potion books, stripes, and some other symbols, and then on the other side, you've got some great colors. So I wanted to make a book using this as well. So this is what I came up with. Use the paper, and then I'll show you how I made this little pumpkin for the cover. This paper didn't come until last night. Otherwise, I probably would have shown this to you tonight, but ran out of time. So when you open up this one, I did it a little bit differently. I used orange, and then I added some foil cardstock silver, which I think gives it a nice fun little festive Halloween feel. So that is the pumpkin one. So to make this pumpkin, I thought I would show you this. It's really kind of a cute idea. I did not come up with it. I saw this. It's funny, somebody posted it, and then now I'm seeing it everywhere. So you might have seen it, but if you happen to have our bee builder punch, then you might have seen this already. So the body of the bee can also be used to make a pumpkin. So just put a little piece of orange scrap in there, punch it 3 times, and then you can create a little pumpkin. So how cute is that? So glad people are so creative and come up with these ideas. But I would take a little sponge dauber and just go around your pumpkin, and then I'll do kind of the side edges too. So, all right. So to put it together, you'll simply just put these, tape these two together, the back, and then just kind of like that. And then you will use a dimensional and pop that one out like that. So I would cut those off, but what I did on this one here is I got a piece of old olive cardstock, and I just cut a little triangle there, and that was the top of my pumpkin. But how easy is that and cute? So if you didn't happen to have a pumpkin punch, you can make your own. So just wanted to show you that if you hadn't seen it, and hopefully you can repurpose that idea yourself. So that is it on our scrapbooks. We've got our Halloween, we've got a holiday, and then we have our zinnias for those of us holding on to the summer. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that you liked that. And of course, anyone who comments on or shares my Facebook Live videos automatically is entered in to win the project. So I'll be giving away a scrapbook, and it'd be awesome if you won. So thank you again for joining me tonight. And again, it's the free shipping sale. It ends tonight. So if that's something that interests you, you know, you're gonna wanna hop on the computer or your phone tonight to do that. All right, well, that's all I've got tonight. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.